Hello, my name is Teresa Picarillo, and I am currently an intervention and after school teacher, and I'm getting my master's in educational technology. This book is my thesis, which focuses on using technology as a tool to teach music in the general education classroom. The current problem is that music is not being taught in the general education classroom. If there is a music program available, it is limited to only a few students for only a few times a week. It's not present in the general education classroom because of low teacher confidence in the subject and also budget cuts to the arts, which has also affected the teaching of music in schools. Therefore, the purpose of this study is to get teachers more comfortable with teaching music in their classroom by giving them the tools necessary to do so, which will in turn expose more students to music. It's important to note that the setting of this study is the general education classroom in an elementary school setting, not the music classroom, because if this is done in the general education classroom, it has the power to reach many more students than just the music program. Some limitations to this study may be teacher resistance to the idea of adding another subject to teach, specifically a subject that they may not feel confident in. Teachers already have many demands, and music may not seem as vital when compared to math or language arts. So this iBook is organized in a specific way to make sense to the teachers who read it. First, the research detailing the benefits of music and technology is introduced in order for teachers to immediately see the rewards of using both music and technology in their classroom, and also to see the value of teaching music. If teachers don't see why it's important, it'll seem like a waste of valuable time. Secondly, the way music is taught today is introduced in order to see the limitations of the way it is now being taught. For example, it doesn't reach as many students. So this is important in seeing why it would be more beneficial to teach music in the general education classroom and not solely rely on a music program. Next, some obstacles teachers may face is explained in order to give teachers a preview as to what may happen or to what to look out for. For example, teachers may not have the equipment to teach music, such as iPads, or they may not feel comfortable teaching music in general. Next, different apps that can be used is also introduced so that teachers can see what is already available for them and what has already been proven to be useful. And this will help save them the trouble of having to go out and find the technology themselves. Lastly, future research is introduced so that teachers can see the next steps that need to be taken and how the research on this topic should not stop here. Uh, this creative plan, I started looking at how music can be overlooked in the general education classroom and in the elementary school in general. Music programs are available, but they can be very limited. And from my own perspective, I've seen how many students have not been exposed to music notation, or even instruments. So from there, the plan of introducing music into the general ed classroom was developed. Feedback and collaboration with professors from the University of Laverne and colleagues was extremely important in shaping this idea and the direction that this iBook has taken. It was important to focus on why this is important and how it can change the general education classroom. And collaboration was useful in making sure that the iBook was headed in the right direction for the teachers who would someday read it. The different apps available to teachers were important in this creative plan because they will ultimately serve as the main tool for the teacher when teaching music in their classroom. And without these apps, the project just isn't as strong. Many widgets, videos, and photos are available in the iBook, which are easily manipulated and were used to convey more information on the topic. And there are also many links to the research that supports this idea of teaching music. It is my hope to present this to teachers, perhaps to administration first, where then a professional development day can be held to share the iBook and discuss it in more detail. It's important to first get this out to teachers who can then take it and implement it with their students. So thank you for taking the time to read this iBook. It is my hope that the importance of music and technology is conveyed and that this can push more teachers to see the benefit of music in the classroom. Thank you.